Watching Picks on Politics with Dan Manarino.
If you forsake the people's public safety, we're not only organizing, but we are mobilizing.
I spoke briefly with Curtis Sliwa, and then I headed to address the thousands of New Yorkers that were there.
All right, welcome back to Picks on Politics, everybody. And you heard it right there, a strong message on election night from Curtis Sliwa to the mayor-elect Zohran Mandani. And as Mamdani revealed, Curtis did call him on election night prior to his victory speech. And I'm here with Curtis Sliwa now for one of his first post-election interviews. Great to have you back on Picks on Politics.
Oh, my pleasure. Came here on the subway. What else?
Yeah, the beret is back.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I want to ask you first about what we just heard Mamdani say, that you called him on election night. What was that conversation? What did you guys discuss?
It was simple and brief. It was his night. He won fair and square. And this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to call and congratulate your opponent and wish him the best, because obviously if he does well, the city does well. Mm-hmm. You don't wish him any malice or harm. But this is what you do. It's like at the end of a game. How many times did I lose games? I had to shake their hand. Or the guy who broke my shoulder in football. It's what you do.
You know, Curtis, you went through a lot in this campaign. You said you were bribed to get out of the race. You were told to step aside, let Andrew Cuomo win. You were labeled a spoiler. Looking at the results, Mamdani hits the 50%. You were in the 7% range. What do you say to the folks who said he should have dropped out, because what if he did? Would Cuomo have won?
Are you good at math? Even if every person who voted for me had voted for Andrew Cuomo, the Prince of Darkness would still have lost. How stupid to come to that conclusion. Everything was based on entitlement. Andrew Cuomo thought he was entitled to be the mayor. He never went out there, pressed the flesh. He never dived into crowds. He thought he was entitled in the primary and the general. And Zohran Mandani and the Zohranistas beat him fair and square. They now run the Democratic Party. I'm disappointed in Zohran that immediately, wheels up. He's off to Somos in Puerto Rico, that everybody knows is like Sodom and Gomorrah. They're whining, dining, pocket lining. The lobbyists are there. And everybody who's with Adams and Cuomo, they're all over there snoring up Zohran. Oh, I could do this for you, Zohran. I thought for sure Zohran would say, something, I'm not going there. But
most previous mayors have gone.
Yeah, but Dan, why did they do it over there and not here? So they can stay out of sight, out of mind. Hey, Zohran, bad move. Bad first move.
With the final results now in, did you think you would have done better?
Oh, there's no doubt. Look, I had the masters of the universe against me. I had the most powerful man, Donald Trump, telling everybody, don't vote for Sliwa, vote for Cuomo. And then the trillionaire now, Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, don't vote for Sliwa, vote for Cuomo. So they all came out. They all went against me. But you know something? This is like Les Miserables. To the barricades.
So how do you feel the Republican Party treated you, not only in the end, but throughout?
I got to tell you, the Republican Party, they don't want to win elections in New York City, citywide elections. They don't think they can win. They are the Rodney Dangerfield. They just have low self-respect, and they sold out their principles for the man who was for no cash bail, who released cop killers. I could go through a whole laundry list. A guy who told Republicans, if you're conservative and Republican, if you're pro-life, if you're pro-Second Amendment, I want you to leave New York State. How quickly they forgot that. What did you get? You got Zohran Mandani anyway, and you lost your principles.
So in your speech, you were very passionate and you were very emotional, and you vowed to hold Mr. Mamdani accountable, right? Now, you said numerous times when Eric Adams won the election, before he took office, you said you're in for a ride, New York, he was corrupt, and then you many times afterwards said, I told you so.
Yeah.
What do you say to New Yorkers now about Mamdani?
I say now you must suffer. You bought the fantasy. Reality is going to hit strong. On the night of his acceptance speech, wow, did we see a pivot and shift. The affable, Sade type, a smooth operator was not on that stage. He was a warrior. He was throwing lightning bolts at Trump. He's ready to bump chests. He's ready to go to war, because that's his fallback position. He's not going to get the money that he needs to create fantasy into reality. So what do? They blame Donald Trump. And Trump is a willing participant in all of this. The only people who suffer are we, the people in New York City, because we're going to get less financial aid. Look at the food stamps. Look at the Medicaid. Look at NYC. These are the people who are going to suffer.
But Trump came out, the president came out and said, I would like New York to succeed. I may even give him a little money.
You really believe that, Dan? You know they wanted Zohran Mandani to be the poster child for the midterm elections. Don't believe the technology.
So
I know enough Republicans nationally.
But do you want him to succeed? You are a New York City resident.
Of course. I want the president to succeed. I want Zohran to succeed. I want people's lives elevated. I hope he can do everything that he waved his magic wand to say, you know, in fantasy style he can do. Universal child care, right? Free bus fare. Half the people don't pay their bus fare to be here. All of that would be great, but we know he can't do it. Yeah. And reality is going to hit quick. And watch how all of a sudden this love affair is going to change. And I will be there as the loyal opposition. I'm not going to be like the Prince of Darkness, Cuomo, and slink back under his rock with his billionaire friends in the
Do you want to roll? Do you want to roll in the Mamdani administration?
Hell no. I'm the loyal opposition.
So with that being said, looking forward to a race for governor right now, Elise Stefanik just declaring that she is going to run as the Republican. You support her?
Absolutely. She was the first person to call me. She said, look, I followed your campaign. It was a great campaign. You know, I look forward to your support when I'm running for governor, because she knows you have to follow the Pataki approach. You got to build coalitions in New York City. The weight of the vote is now more than ever in New York City because so many people in upstate have either died or fled. So she knows she's got to get at least 32, 35% in New York City to win. And I'm going to stand with her side by side, even with some of my fair-weather Republican friends, because I will forgive and forget to help Elise Stefanik become the next governor.
All right, Curtis Sliwa, I appreciate you always coming back. You came along every time we asked you to, so I appreciate you being here once again.
And remember, you'll have me to kick around, because I ain't going nowhere.
Are you running again?
Well, let's see. Let's see. But you'll have me to kick around. Unlike Nixon, who said, you won't have me to kick around anymore. Every day, people can kick me around because I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to improve, not move. I'm going to fight for what I know is right.
Wasn't a no, so we may see you next election
Who
cycle.
knows?
Okay. Curtis, thank you.